Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the Green Bay Packers and the Jordan Love saga. Now, I just got finished watching the Packers game versus the Cincinnati Bengals, and I must say, realistically, Jordan Love looked good. Now, we're going to talk about today, is this something or nothing? Of course, it's preseason week 1, so a lot of people are going to say it's nothing, but there are some things that lead me to saying that this is a bit something. This is something that we can look at and say, okay, keep stacking it, keep developing. We're not jumping the gun. We're not saying Jordan Love is Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre, but he had a good showing, looked decisive from the pocket, showed me a lot of things that I wanted to see. So understanding when he got out there, had a lot of his guys. Aaron Jones played a couple snaps. A.J. Dillon was out there. Offensive line was out there. Had Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, had his tight ends and Luke Musgrave, Tucker Kraft. So adding to that with all of the weapons that he had there, I think that we add into the fact that now, okay, we just want to see what do you do? You don't have to go out here. You're not trying to impress anybody. You're not trying to rile over the media. You just want to play football, get comfortable, show some of the things that we've been hearing in training camp, because I think the story out of training camp is that Jordan Love has been killing it. And what I've been seeing out of Jordan Love in training camp is ball placement and making decisions. And I think coming out of college, he was a tad bit raw, but we knew he had some of those traits. And I think the biggest thing is that he's mobile. He's not a willing runner. If he doesn't have to run, he's going to try to kill you from the pocket. I think that's the best thing with him. I think that for that system, with a lot of West Coast things they do, I think that is what they want. So adding to that, now what I saw last night was that decisiveness. I saw a guy who made his decisions and he made them quick. When he sees a ball, when he sees a read, he's letting it go. And adding to that, his throwing motion is beautiful. And it's funny because when I was hearing some of the things coming out of practice last year, it was that he throws the ball a little bit like Aaron Rodgers. Now, Aaron Rodgers is probably the best or a top 5 thrower of the football of all time. So that's kind of tough to say right now, but he did have a lot of velocity on his throws. He was accurate. So he was 7-10, 46 yards and a touchdown. And one miss was a batted pass. One miss, he was wide right across the middle. And then the other miss, I cannot fully remember what happened, but on the touchdown pass to Romeo Doubs, it was a crosser, had a lofter across the end zone. So great touch on that pass. We've seen some other quarterbacks miss that same exact pass, but he had a great touch on it to where the defender cannot catch back up and make a play on the ball. Love to see that. And he had a ball to Christian Watson on the right sideline. But really, I think the biggest play was a play where he improvised, moved around in the pocket a bit, and then fired a pass across the middle. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to believe that was also to Romeo Doubs. But like I said, had his guys out there. Aaron Jones, couple snaps, Tucker Kraft, Luke Musgrave. So we saw some good things out of Jordan Love. We don't want to jump the gun. We don't want to say it's too far. But when I talk about the NFC North, and I've talked about the Vikings, I've talked about the Bears, I talk about the Lions a lot. But when we talk about the Packers, it's coming to a point of unknown. And one thing I've said when I dropped my video breaking down the NFC North, I said that I'm not saying the Packers are terrible. I'll definitely not say that, because offensively they're talented. Defensively, they're one of the best. They're probably a top 5 defensive talent. Now, how they use those plays, how Joe Barry calls it up, that's one thing that is not for this video. But top 5 talent. We got to look at what they actually got on the defense. I mean, I could go Rashawn Gary. I could go Kenny Clark. I could go Jair Alexander. I could go Rasul Douglas, Devondre Campbell's, Quay Walker's. And they played a couple starters last night. So I could go those guys and say, okay, this team is supposed to be good. But of course, it comes down to coaching. It comes back to coaching. So we want to see, how does Jordan Love and what will his rookie season really look like? I think that he's being underrated to a point. I think the team is being underrated to a point, but I'm not saying that they should be overrated. I'm not saying because I don't think they're going to be terrible, should I say. I don't think that they're going to be a Super Bowl contender, a heavy playoff contender, but I think it'll be a good season and a season of improvement. Jordan Love showing off what he has with his weapons. Romeo Doubs looking to take another step. Christian Watkins, who really caught on in the second half with Aaron Rodgers, looking to take another step. I think there's a lot of room for optimism. It's not a throwaway season. I don't see a team that's going to be picking in the top 5. I truly don't see that. And that's what I've been saying. A lot of talent, but also a lot of unknown. And it depends on the coaching staff and these guys with the work they've put in. Can you unlock the talent in which the Green Bay Packers have? But I must say, out of everything I saw last night from Jordan Love, I was impressed. Had some good balls, mobile in the pocket, made his decisions when he saw them. Everything that I saw was good.